Hi Gemini, welcome to this reading. You might find this resonates more if Gemini is your sun or rising sign. So let's have a look and see the messages that Spirit would like you to know at this time. Okay, yes, Ace of Swords in reverse, exactly. I wonder then if that's a message that many of you might resonate with, the card coming out as well. So your person is saying, even if you haven't told them directly, they understand at this point that the way they have been communicating with you could be clearer, that you would appreciate it if it was clearer and more direct, and they know this is something actually that they're going to need to work on, or that they have been working on. Let's see. Two of Swords in the reverse. Yes, your person's saying, look, I know you want me to just speak my truth. I know you want me to be direct and clear with you. And it could also be, or if it's not that, they're saying, I know I need to make a decision. I feel like I am in a difficult space right now, between a rock and a hard place, but I'm never going to be in a different space if I don't try and do something about it. The Two of Swords is reversed, so that is a pretty good sign that your person is saying, right, okay, let me sit down and think about this. Let me actually let me look at this head on. Let me not try and ignore this anymore, whatever it is for them, whatever decision they have to make that you know about. It seems to be something quite big here. Okay, what else, please? More messages for my viewers. Okay, we have the Queen of Pentacles. If we think of the cats in this deck as representing the voice of spirit, one's intuition, this is incredible. We have 4 cats here. So, I won't speak about that just yet, but I will come back to it because that's really drawing my attention. I need to figure out first who or what this Queen of Pentacles is representing here. King of Wands in the reverse. The Ace of Pentacles. Okay, 5 of Pentacles, yep. 4 of Swords. Oh, I think this might be you. 9 of Pentacles. Okay. The Empress is on the back. Yeah, there is a third energy here. I'm trying to work out who is who. Yes, the Empress, Taurus and Libra energy here. The Empress could be the divine masculine energy, within your connection, whoever that is, but it can also be, your own divine masculine energy, divine feminine energy, or their divine feminine energy. But weirdly, I feel this Empress is not you. I think this could be, for some of you, it could be a mother of your person's children, or their mother. It's some sort of a mothering energy here. It could be, if there's no children, no third party in that sense, it could just be someone in your person's life who seems to think that they're your person's mother. They're very opinionated, they're a bit overbearing. They think they are the Empress, but maybe they're not. I do feel you or this Queen of Pentacles, 9 of Pentacles energy, whether you're an earth sign or not, there's something about you here that's incredibly intuitive, especially, or maybe at least when it comes to this connection, you're very tuned into this. There's like a regal air about you that I feel you have had to work for. You've earned this. Maybe, you've been through cycles within this connection where you have chased, you've bent over backwards, and at the end of it, you have just felt maybe like you let yourself down, saying, why did I behave that way? I would never, I don't normally do that. I would never have done that otherwise. There's something here that's very wise. You've become very wise about maybe yourself, your patterns. You've become very aware. There's a sense of accomplishment here, whether it's achievement in terms of your money, your finances, your stability. Maybe you've changed, like I said, a behavior, a pattern, and you're feeling really good, really confident, and it's showing. There's also something here about indulgence, not to the point of excess, but you are treating yourself, taking care of yourself, allowing yourself to have nice things, whether again tangible things, whether you're allowing yourself to believe kind thoughts that you might be saying to yourself. You're treating yourself well in one way or another. And your person definitely sees this. This is so interesting. This Empress is wanting your person, you, the whole world, to think of them as being, the queen of all the queens, or the king of all the kings, really put together, really, they have everything they could ever need, plus more. They're beautiful, wonderful. But I'm just not getting it. That's not what I'm feeling looking at this Empress. Their life is chaotic. They're wearing a mask. They, you know, how they want to be seen is not the energy they're putting out there. It's you actually coming across as this Queen of Wands. Queen of Pentacles, who is regal on the throne, who is drawing admiration. So someone in this situation, I feel it's on your person's side, whoever this is, friend, family, husband, wife, whatever, there's some way in which they kind of want to be in the energy that you are in. They want your person, they want everyone to see them as being amazing, wonderful, kind, open-hearted, successful, strong, but none of this is coming from them. None of this is radiating from them, whereas you're sitting here not jumping up and down, not trying to get attention, but you are drawing in attention because of the energy you're giving out. I mean, look, Four of Swords. This is you minding your own business. You have been through the Three of Swords energy. You've fought in some way, and now you're resting. Now you're healing. Now you're at peace in one way or another. Maybe not completely within this connection, but there's something that has clicked for you within yourself. Wow. Okay. Amazing. So let's see. So let's go back to the beginning. Ace of Swords reverse. Your person is not communicating clearly about the Ace of Pentacles, a new beginning, an offer, an opportunity here. Let's see. Your person is telling me they feel that their intuition is taking a break. So finally your person is saying, right, I'm willing to look within, you know, Two of Swords, I'm taking off the blindfold. I'm willing to follow this inner guidance. I'm willing to follow that voice that would not go away, that was telling me to do things that were scary, that pushed me outside of my comfort zone. And now I can't hear it. Where has it gone? So of course it hasn't left them, but they're saying, I'm having trouble hearing that inner voice. I'm willing to take action, but I don't know what it's saying to me. So they could be overthinking, you know, and it's drowning out that quiet inner voice. But let's see. Yeah, Five of Wands in reverse. They're saying, I'm going within, I'm not consulting anyone else, I don't care what anyone else thinks. And interestingly, a card from the other deck has snuck in, and my intention for when this happens is always that the card from the other deck has a special meaning, and it's the Page of Cups. So yeah, your person, this whole reading is about their message to you, and they're saying, I want to send you a message, I want to get a message to you that this time is clear and direct, but first of all I need to figure out how to say this. Yeah, High Priestess, I'm trying to hear my inner voice. It's there. They can't hear it. Why can't they hear it, Spirit? Why is this person struggling? Yeah, Queen of Swords, because they're too much in their ego. They're trying to be rational. It could be that they're very much in their headspace and they're saying, I want to know the way forward. What is this inner voice saying? What is my gut feeling saying? But they're not in their heart space enough. So they might be trying to rationalize this inner knowing, you know, whereas maybe it's trying to come through in the form of a sensation, a feeling. When they think of you, they feel great. When they think of this other Empress person over here, their heart sinks. That's their inner voice, but they're trying to hear it as a thought, possibly. Okay, Five of Pentacles. So your person's worried about something. If they make a decision, they get left out in the cold. Let's see, Five of Pentacles, Five of Swords. See, too much thinking here about double five, about change. The Four of Cups. That's what's been holding them back. And the Queen of Pentacles again. Yeah, I told you. You in the past, you offered them a cup. You offered them an opportunity. It was amazing, but they froze. You know, fight, fright, or fight? Flight or freeze, and they froze. And then flight, I think they ran. Now they're saying, okay, I'm going to fight for this. I'm going to do what I know I need to do. Hold on, what do I need to do? You know, that's kind of where they are. Right, okay. So let's have a look at you over here. How are they seeing you? We know they're seeing you as put together, poised, very wise, very strong, not someone to mess about with. Two of Cups in reverse. Yeah, they feel that you are their person. They might, if they think in this terminology, they might think that you're their soulmate, you're the one for them, you're their twin flame even. But even if they don't think in those words, they definitely feel it. But what they're saying is, even though you feel this connection too at this time, that's what they're assuming, you still feel it, you are not doing everything to get their attention, jumping up and down and offering this, offering that. And if things continue as they have been with this dodgy communication and this back and forth and everything else, you won't take any action. You will just sort of sit here. You know, even if you are in love with this person, you have limits, you have boundaries. You know, you are showing them, you're not saying, you're showing that you know your worth. So what do they think, really? They're thinking that something in this connection, I'm hearing the word broken. That to me feels extreme. If it is broken, I feel it's not beyond repair, but they understand something is not perfect. Something hasn't gone as he, why did I say he? Maybe you're dealing with a man, as they had hoped, or as you had hoped. They understand they can bring this back around. They seem to know it's going to be through communication, clear communication, speaking their truth, knowing their truth for themselves first as well. But yeah, right now, not everything is perfect. They can turn this around, but they know that you're acknowledging this. You know, I have these feelings, we have this connection, I've done what I can, so I'm resting. Are you going to do something? Okay, so King of Wands in reverse. This is your person. They've gone within, they're getting ready to take some action. We have the Devil, Capricorn energy. Some of them could be focused on you, very focused on you. If they have a way to know what you're doing, to ask about you, to watch you, just know they're doing all of these things. And they don't miss a post, they don't miss a piece of information about you. If they know that you pass their house every day at 7:30, they're there waiting 7:25, you know, to make sure they don't miss you. They're thinking about you a lot as well, but the Devil isn't always negative. The Devil can talk about being very focused on what it is you want. What do you enjoy here in the 3D? With the King of Wands in reverse, I feel your person's saying, again, I'm not interested in other people right now. I've been bending over backwards, trying to keep everyone else happy. What do I want to see manifest in my life right now? And so they're very focused on what they need to do here to get this Two of Cups back in the upright. Okay, some of them are saying that they're worried if they message you, you won't reply. Now, I think that's their fear. You probably will reply, but you know, could be just some insecurities there. Okay, anything else for this King of Wands, please? What are they doing here? I just saw the Lovers trying to pop out, Gemini energy. Okay, King of Cups, they're holding on to some deep emotion here. Love, even. Six of Wands in reverse, overcoming their ego, worrying about how successful they might or might not be coming towards you. Yes, the Chariot in reverse, right back to that crab at the start, Cancer energy. But the Chariot follows the star. The star we know is about hope. When this card is in reverse, they're saying, I don't know how to get to where I want to get to, which is speaking to you. And you're saying, well, you pick up the phone and you send me a message, or you hit call on my number and we speak, or you unblock me, or you pass a message through someone, or however you guys speak. You know, you're probably thinking it's very simple. They're saying, I know physically it's a simple act, but I don't want to just send you a message. I don't want to just phone you. I want to send the message that's going to give me the chance to have something here with you. You know, how do I get you not back on side, but that kind of thing. How do I mend things here? What's the right thing to say? What's the right approach to take? If I send you this message as a Page of Cups, you might think it's just like every other message, or you know, you won't see that there's the King of Cups energy behind it. Okay, so your person is, the reason they're thinking so much about it is I think they have several different ideas, and they're saying, which is the right one here? Which gives me the best chance with you? They have accepted. If you're wondering, if your person has a big decision to make, and either way they're going to lose something, so they might lose a home but they gain you, or they might lose you if they stay where they are. So either way, it's a big bold move, and you're saying, have they accepted this yet? You know, yes, they have, and they've reconciled themselves to the fact that whether they go left or right, somewhere someone is going to say, you know, or they're going to be shut out of something. So if their family doesn't approve, for example, they understand that if they come towards you, they might lose some members of their family. Finally, and I keep hearing finally they've accepted this, so it might have been something they didn't want to acknowledge for the longest time. Okay, so let's have a look. I pulled out some messages actually to you from Spirit, which I didn't intend to do, so I guess we should definitely have a look and see what's there. But first, let's see what else your person has to say. We have date night, and we have don't want to hear from you right now. Okay, that I'm not sure that's true. I genuinely feel that if you reached out to them, if you wanted to, I think they would respond. They definitely want to see you, to go out with you. Let me see. Don't want to hear from you right now. They could be worrying that that's how you feel. Restless. Yeah, you see, they do. I feel they do want to hear from you. I think they actually would love it if you sent them a message. Now, that absolutely does not mean that you should or have to. I just think it makes more sense that they're concerned that you might be thinking that, even if you're not, you know, they're worried. Okay, what else? Just want what I can't have. Yeah, so they feel that, you know, it's you. They want to be with you. They want to talk to you. They want to reconcile with you. What do you want? Yeah, there's lots and lots of concern here about what you're thinking, how you're feeling. What do you want? So if you recognize that energy, maybe you have been in this energy in the past, and now you're sort of reclaiming your energy and you're saying, yeah, what do I want? Now your person is in, you know, experiencing that energy, wondering, well, what do you think of me? Do you think of me? What do you want here? Will you take any action? They might be worried or wondering if you're going to reach out to them. We have, I feel suffocated, and that is by that decision they have to make by this damn Empress over here. I've never felt such a low vibrational Empress. Yeah, because this person isn't really an Empress. They just want to be seen that way. You know, this Empress is very clearly pregnant. It could be, like I said before, someone they have had children with, and so this person feels that immediately elevates them to the status of the Empress, not just in your person's eyes, but everyone's eyes. You know, like they're the only person to have ever sort of had a child, and I don't know, you know, there's something here like, well, we've created this family together, so you can never ever leave. Whereas people do have families and separate sometimes, you know. I don't know really how to explain this. Okay, Spirit's telling me it's okay, this person here, whoever this is judgmental. They may look at other people who have, let's run with my specific example here, who have had children together. Then those people have separated. This person is the sort of person who judges that, gossips behind their back, and told themselves that will never be me. Now they are in this situation with your person, and they're saying, well, you're not leaving because, you know, I don't care if it's a healthier choice for everyone involved. Do you know how it will look if you leave? It's that kind of a thing. And again, this could be anything. It could be your person's parents saying, no, you can't marry so-and-so, or emigrate, or change job, because that's not what we do. You know, you can't go and be a lawyer because we are all dentists, or, you know, I mean, that's silly, but something like that. Yeah, okay. I just don't feel the same. This to me is your person saying, I don't feel the same as I did before. I don't feel as arrogant. I don't feel as overconfident. Yeah, if they were all about just dating before, or being casual, or pushing you away, they're definitely not about that anymore. Yeah, now I see I've settled my whole life. Exactly. and they're trying to make some changes, but there are people around, or specifically this one person, who is saying, no, if you make that change that you're thinking of making is unacceptable, and if you make it, well, you know, you can just stay out of my life forever. Okay, it should be me in the photo with you. So this could be a photo of you with a romantic partner, with friends, family, or just having a great time by yourself. They see it and they're saying, I wish I was with you in that moment. So yeah, in some way, they either have a memory they keep bringing up of you, or they're looking at your photos, but they really would like to be spending more time around you. And I think they might be a bit jealous of people who do get to talk to you and to be around you at this time. Okay, let me see, what does Spirit want to say to you, as I pulled this deck out and didn't mean to. Oh my goodness. This card was not supposed to be in this deck. It was supposed to be in the one I just used. It says call/message me. Yeah, as I said, this person does want to hear from you. That's so funny. And you see what I mean? So the first card that slipped in at the opposite deck was this one, Page of Cups. This card as well, call or message me. So all of these cards about communication, messaging, see how they're sneaking their way in. We had that right at the start with the Ace of Swords in reverse. This person has not been direct. It's not like every time they want to talk to you, they reach out, or, you know, they're not going to reach out and say, oh, I was hoping to hear from you. It's all sneaky, it's all indirect. So maybe they have reached out to you in the past and said something about work, but they don't really want to talk to you about work. Or they might think you watch their social media, so they post something hoping to draw you in that way. I think you're tired of that energy, to be honest. Okay, so Spirit is saying you've been through so much already. Absolutely. What do you want? And this is great, because I think you're asking yourself now, yeah, what do I want? And your person is saying, what do you want? So everyone wants to know, what do you want? So be the magician, you know, really use this as a chance to manifest. Yeah, intention, action, dedication. So if you're manifesting something and it's not appearing instantly, you know, like within 2-3 days, don't lose hope, stay focused. Doesn't mean you have to think about it all the time, but try not to allow yourself to become disheartened. Yeah, you're on the right track. Keep going. He, she isn't good enough for you. Okay, so for some of you, not all of you, Spirit's saying, is this person good enough for you? You know, ask yourself that. And it's not maybe yes or no, maybe it's a yes, but only if this, you know, or only if that, you know, some sort of behavior needs to change. And then, yeah, the posts are for you. So it could be this, it could be Spirit saying, you're right, the way they've been communicating with you is a bit immature. It's not okay anymore. It's not good enough anymore. So it doesn't mean the whole person is a write-off. You know, it might just be a particular behavior that has been, maybe they've been doing something and you've been allowing it up until now. Spirit's saying, well, that's not good enough anymore. It's time to level up. You know, they need to be direct, and they know it. Ace of Swords. Okay. I feel like you're too good for me. I'm afraid once you get to know me better, you won't want me and could find someone better. Yeah, this is so common in these connections. And one of the reasons that your person may have been keeping you at a distance, so they could continue to wear whichever mask they wanted without you getting to know what was going on behind the mask. Whatever you just heard or are about to hear, if it hurts you, know that it was not true. It's fake news, a misunderstanding, or you're just not getting the whole story. Trust me, I'll explain later. Okay, so that could be a heads up for some of you. I'm open to or planning on relocating to be closer to you. I'm open to compromising more than you may realize. Let's think outside the box and figure out a way. You're important to me. Yeah, you see that Five of Pentacles, your person has accepted that in one way or another, there is some kind of loss. And it doesn't even have to be a loss of something that they will miss. It could just be that going through the loss of this is going to be challenging in some way, but ultimately it's a good thing. You know, moving home relocating, initially it's just stressful, that sort of thing, but once you're settled in your new place, it's so much better. It's that kind of an energy. Okay, I've given it so much thought. I know it to be my deepest truth. I choose you. No matter how things look on the outside, you are my person and I only want you. Please trust me on that. Yeah, there's that Two of Cups in reverse. You're my person. And a little bit of sort of like jealousy. Like I said, if there are people around you who do get to have lots of your time and attention, your person saying, well, that's fine, as long as they don't think that, you know, they get to be with you. You're my person. Okay. Seeing you reminds me of the things I know deep down, and that's not always easy to deal with. So we could have some, you know, how twin flames mirror and reflect things back to one another. It could also be that seeing you brings up feelings of maybe wanting to be with you, move this forward with you, and they're saying, okay, well, that makes me now think about the obstacles and the relationship I need to get out of, the job I need to leave, the parents I need to stand up to, or the old beliefs that I need to release that I've been holding on to. I've looked you up online to see what you've been up to. I don't think at this stage that's a surprise to anybody. That's very clear within this reading. I got spooked. Okay, so things got intense between you. Even if, you know, it wasn't something you discussed for your person, their feelings got very intense. And you know, that, what was it I was saying earlier that I messed up? Fight, flight, or freeze. They ran. No other compares to you. The grass wasn't greener on the other side. So for some of you, this person may have gone looking for someone else. You know, it got intense with you. They thought, okay, I want a connection maybe that's simpler, easier. It's not as challenging. Maybe I want to be with someone who doesn't see me as deeply as you do. Who knows, you know, but they ran. And maybe, you know, they did meet someone else. This really, I think if this happened, you know about it. So if you're saying, my God, are they with someone? I had no idea. No, don't worry about that. I feel this is an energy for those of you who know clearly that your person either is with someone or met someone after meeting you because they panicked and they're saying, initially, I thought, fantastic, I've escaped this intensity between us, but now I realise that I've got myself into a situation I wish I could get out of, and actually, I love our connection. It just scared me. Okay, anything else, please? Anything else here? Anything else? Okay, one more. Let's see what this says. I was reminded of your scent recently. So this makes me laugh because Spirit is reminding your person of you all the time, and yet your person is saying, I can't hear this guidance. You know, it's there, it's so strong, but it's their mind that's getting in the way. They're thinking this guidance will come in the form of thought, and it might do, but I think for right now it's not. Right now it's a feeling. It's a very strong feeling. Right, okay, let's get you some advice. So thank you to Carol for these cards. And I'm not sure if we'll need an extended. I will sit with this and see. If there is, I'll put the link as I do in the description box. Okay, advice for you from Spirit. Messages of guidance and advice, please. I see clearly actions of manipulation. I see the truth. Yeah, you are awakened now. You're this Queen of Pentacles who is sitting there being strong, stable. you've really been through it. You've been through the Three of Swords. You've even been through the healing of the Four of Swords. And now it's almost like you're saying, okay, I'm just sitting here. I'm waiting to see what happens next, because I've learned, I've grown, I've done what I need to do. I'm just busy focusing on myself right now. So in the past, I feel your person has been manipulative. This is something they have done with everyone, in every context, situation, every kind of relationship. It's probably something they, a coping mechanism, or something they learnt or saw in childhood as they grew up. It's something that obviously has worked for them for a long time. And there are different levels of manipulation. Like I said, I'm seeing clearly this person has manipulated communication from you in the past, or even while you have been communicating, they've tried to bend and twist and guide whatever you were talking about, the subject matter, to a certain point, or to get certain answers from you without revealing things about themselves, or they've tried to be in control, like the magician energy in low vibration. And now I don't know what you've done or said or shown, but they're seeing that won't work. This says, I awaken the limitless love within me. I am abundant. Yeah, and you already know this, because you're the Queen of Pentacles. You have all of that physical abundance around you. But remember, I was talking about, was it 4 or 5 cats representing intuition? You are so tapped in to this limitless abundance, this love, this divine energy and connection here. Yourself, your connection to spirit. Okay, and let's finish with a Lover's Oracle message. Okay, we have, don't make decisions based on guilt or what you think you should do, for it is only in being true to yourself that you can be true to others. Okay, and I feel what Spirit is saying here is that if you start to feel, or maybe I should reach out, maybe I should give them a helping hand, maybe I should do this or should do that, or if you're wanting to reach out, maybe you're saying, well, maybe I shouldn't reach out, just keep staying in alignment with yourself. If you're, okay, let's say you're saying, well, should I do this or that? Imagine both. So ask yourself, okay, let me imagine I do this over here. Play it out in your mind, see how you feel. Okay, fine, imagine if I do that. Play it out, see how you feel, and go from there, which is more in alignment with you in the moment. And remember, what feels good and right in one moment for you can change later on, whether it's later the same day, next week, the next year. So keep being true to yourself, because it's clearly working. But similarly, or rather on the other hand, I guess I should say, don't hold yourself to a decision. So don't say, well, I won't do this because last week I decided I wouldn't. Well, great, last week it was perfect for you and it got you to here, but maybe now doing the thing in this example is what's right for you. So yeah, go with the flow of what's right for you and don't judge yourself. Is what I'm feeling with that message. Okay, so I hope this has helped. If you would like to leave your question for the draw on Friday below, please leave it in the comments. The one question. So if you have a question you'd like me to answer on Friday, just put it down below. And yeah, that's it for today, unless there is an extended, but I'm not sure yet. That will be in the description box if there is. But otherwise, thank you so much for being here. Take care and speak soon. Bye.